So the Village Building Convergence is a way where people come together for 10 days and they do a myriad of different things, all of which talk about economy, ecology, community, and power, where power is held. And they are very diverse, so there's many different things focusing on many dimensions of civic life. We've got about 23 to 25 projects actually being built. Some of them are intersection interventions where people are embedding onto the street surface a graphic symbol of the community, where the community has said, well, we want to be symbolized by a tree, or we want to be symbolized by the ripples, a ripple effect, as if we're on a pond surface.
This year I'm the organizer of the Sunnyside Piazza painting. We are repainting the intersection, which is a beautiful sunflower, and it's just been a lot of fun just getting the neighbors involved, and so many kids are out today, and we do this every year, and every year the design is different.
I think the great thing about this type of project is that it brings the community together. I think, oftentimes today we're very separated. We're behind our computers and we're behind our TVs.
Oftentimes, everybody's in their cars or they're off at work or doing something else, but this is something somewhat centrally located for this 3, 4, 5 blocks, and people come and enjoy each other.
So we went through a lot of steps. We have to get neighbors within the 4-block radius to all sign off and agree on the design. So we have a revocable permit to paint this. But every year when we have a block party to close off the street, we have to get the neighbors to sign again.
When City Repair comes to the Portland Office of Transportation, they need to work with us on design issues to make sure that we have designs that are safe, that function well for the street. And I help them with conversations with the engineers and with permitting groups to make sure that all the design features work well for the public right-of-way.
A lot of these kids here are a group of homeschoolers, and this is their community service project.
We just came out because we've been learning about urban lifestyles and urban planning, and we wanted to take ownership of something that's around us, because we see a lot of people that kind of live in the cities, but they kind of take it for granted.
Everything that I do is about making streets safer for children and making streets more accessible. And by slowing down the traffic, what you do is you make a street into a commons again, which it normally is not. So what this intersection does is, by going and creating a very bright, very strong statement in the intersection that this is different from every other intersection, people automatically see that there's something to pay attention to.
Instead of having streets and intersections create dividing lines in the cities, these kind of things make it a community. It makes it a meeting point instead of a dividing point. And that's one of the most important things about it as well. And as you can see, it works perfectly.
I think that one of the most interesting things about this intersection is that it has sparked other kinds of public artworks around this intersection. So, for example, there's a local artist in town who ties little toy horses to old horse tethering rings around town, and so we've got a bunch of those here. Some people have spray painted some of the barrels that we've planted some plants in to decorate the intersection. So it's become just like a safe place to create.
So this is our neighborhood poetry garden. So we have a bench, a little lantern here, and this is our poetry box. Inside here is the poetry book, and people just come by, kids, adults, people come by and write poems and leave notes here and draw pictures. And we have chalk so that people can come and write with chalk on the sidewalk, make poems.
This is community at its deepest roots. It's why we need people in our lives.
I live right up there on that, that's my balcony. And some nights, I hear someone will come and play the flute. We'll sit and play the flute here. I mean, it's just ethereal.
In Sheret Square, what we're trying to do is recreate the village within the urban grid. You might notice the intersection repaired mural. So we're taking the intersection, which is usually a place that divides people and is controlled by a transportation infrastructure, and we're transforming that into an actual public meeting place. We have different places
in Sherritt Square that evoke the needs of the community. We have a place for the kids playhouse. It's a place that has games and toys, and neighborhood kids will come and check it out, see if someone's brought something there, maybe even meet some other kids in the neighborhood. Welcome to the information station at Sherritt Square. This is a village need to share information, kind of like the town crier, and we have that ability here with the blackboard and various bulletin boards to post information. We also have a local newspaper here. It's called the Selwood Bee. So we thought, well, what better way to create a paper box to distribute the bee than to create a beehive for the Selwood Bee. We started this out as kind of a produce exchange station. You know, like you get so many zucchinis in the summertime, so here's a place to put them to share with others. And it's just transformed itself kind of into this free cycle distribution center. We also have the neighborhood library, which works in the same fashion. You have extra books, you bring them, you want a book, you take them. There have been studies done about people's sitting behavior. People like to have a variety of choices. So we're trying to create as many sitting options as possible, even in this concentrated space of an intersection. This is a free water station, and our neighbors keep it supplied with hot water. And all you have to do is put your water in your cup. A lot of cups available, teas and sweeteners, and you have yourself a free cup of tea. So the watering hole is something else that every village center needs. You need a place to meet. And here, like, you get people who didn't know each other, and they get to meet around this structure.
We did get married here in the intersection back in October.
That's how much we love it.
It was a phenomenal event. We got tremendous help from the community. Like 50 people contributed their talent, time, and energy to help us get married in our community.
It felt so much more than a wedding, you know. I wasn't wearing a white dress. I was wearing something pink with fake fur and balls on it, and it was just exciting. It was a community event, and we just wanted everybody to feel like they were, you know, it was a love fest, like everybody was getting married. As people are still just like high on it. It was amazing.
We're going to get married again next year. So much fun.
Yeah, come.
Yeah, you're all invited.
Said you knew Freda, and what would she probably think about this tribute?
Oh, she would be delighted, absolutely delighted. She loved people. She was a lovely, lovely lady, friends to everyone.
The neighborhood is very excited about this. We've been excited for a long time, and it all started mainly because we were concerned about traffic and the speed of cars going through here. There's been a few accidents, and we have a lot of kids on the block.
Yeah, we're just trying to make it a safer neighborhood. We got another crop of young kids coming up, and we love our kids, and we want to have a safe and happy community for them.
I figured by this time in the afternoon, everybody would be sort of scattering, bored, going home. It's amazing.
Some of the most wonderful people I've ever met, some of the closest friends that I've met while repainting this intersection. So it really does build community, and it's just a great thing.
But we find that when you have a neighborhood place where there are people on the streets, the cars will slow down. So this kind of color, even though we don't have stop signs on these streets, it encourages people to slow down.
Sherritt Square, being the first intersection repair, has inspired so many others.
It's a big community event. It's great for families and kids, and just for creating a sense of place.
I know that the neighbors on the next intersection were here, and we had talked about that maybe next year, and they're all pumped up about it, so I think we may see a mushrooming of these around the neighborhood.
Some of these neighbors I've known for 30 years, and a lot of them are new, and then about the third generation of little kids since I've been here. So, way fun day.
I think there's something really special happening in Portland. There's a lot of socially aware, socially and environmentally sensitive people that are, flocking here, and it's creating quite a unique and special community.
Portland, I think, is a city that really respects community involvement, and so projects like this, a lot of people get involved.
The version of a sustainable society that I'm interested in is one that is characterized by more ease, more time with children and with family, with friends, more time for myself and my partner. So that's the kind of sustainable society that I'm interested in.